guys, this is the part 2 of the condenser flushing video tutorial. So if you haven't watched the part 1, go and watch the part 1 because there are the first step on flushing the AC condenser, every other information which you need right there, the right step started between there. So if you're watching this video and you didn't watch that one, I think you're not doing yourself a favor because there are some critical element which you need to consider what you need to do before getting to this very point here. And if you miss it, you're going to be doing damage to your compressor, so you better go watch that one before coming to watch this one. And this is the part 2. Here is where it stops. Everything you need to know is between part 1 and part 2. I think both of them should be around 24 minutes long video. So I wish you good luck. Okay guys, now let me make a quick analysis here before I end this video. What is the content of the material which I used here? Most oftentimes we use gasoline, and there are some few additives which you can actually add inside. When you're done, if you add up to 2 liters or 4 liters of gasoline here, you're gonna add some other additives inside that's gonna make it evaporate when it gets inside this very condenser. And the reason there is if it can actually evaporate when it got inside a condenser and it remains inside it, I'm gonna put this aside because I'm done flushing this. I'm gonna show you the analysis after giving you this brief talk so you understand exactly what I've done. I've started with it with you from the coupling, from the kits and the material. I'm gonna show you the analysis. I made it different times, and that is how you flush the entire system one after the other to be able to get the system flushed correctly. Now, in as much as you're not using the factory, the OEM flushing kit machines, this is how you actually gonna do it and get it done correctly. Now let me go to the analysis and show you exactly what happened. So let me get this aside so you can see for yourself. You're seeing over here, this is the first stage. This wall is as clean as this before I pour this. This is the first stage. After releasing the pressure, it pushes every dead particles and black oils and it fills this place, and you can see that the color is the same with this desiccant dryer which I removed from inside. Now the second place, this is the second place. So this second place, after the flushing second phase, you can see that there is no much of black or sooted or dirty oil inside the way it is here over here. In some cases you might just only need to flush the condenser. In some other cases you might need to flush both the evaporator and every other pipe which has been affected or contaminated by the compressor that have internal structural failure. And you can see the third phase here. The third phase, you can literally distinguish between here and here. So by this you can be able to certify that the flushing has been correctly done, and what you need to do is to allow the system to dry. You pull some vacuum to get out any remnants of the material which you have inside. Now when I talk about using gasoline, we actually use gasoline a lot because gasoline helps in dissolving some sort of oils that is inside the system. So if you use gasoline in there and you add some other additives, let's say for instance like tina is gonna help evaporate any leftover, any remnant that is inside the the condenser or evaporator or the pipe which you actually flushed. But if you use only gasoline, you're not going to get it out, and if you mix with the refrigerant, it's going to become a problem. It's going to be a time bomb inside the system. So guys, I'm certain that you've known how to flush the AC system and some other parts, and you can see for yourself how I set up everything like as if how it's going to fit inside the system. I decided to flush it from here, from the bottom part, because that is where it goes from here and goes into a expansion valve. It comes from the compressor here. So if you flush it backwards, you're going to flush pretty much every dirt that is inside here, including here, and it's going to be very clean. Then you replace the desiccant dryer. Guys, so let's take a look at the system after the flushing. So this is the desiccant dryer which you remove. The system was this terrible and dirty initially. All right, let me clean my hands. And the one way we are gonna see if I gave you here is actually true is to look inside the system and take samples. Okay, so I have cleaned my hands, so let me remove here. This is the position where the desiccant dryer is, so let me get my hands inside it, and you can see it's as clean as so. This is the best way. So do give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share with your friends who maybe a DIY or some other people who don't know how to flush the AC system. Because for me, for over 7 years, which I've been fixing car ACs and some other car problems, especially ACs, this is exactly my secret. This is the secret ingredient how I solve those issues. This is how I flush systems that's contaminated, which I'm setting up as new, just like I'm setting up on this very Sienna 211 model, which the compressor failed. So guys, I see you next time. Bye for now. I remain Dr. Cool Auto Fix. Bye.